What's up, guys? I want to do a quick update video here. I know it's been a while since I uploaded any kind of videos on this channel or the plant channel that I have. Which, by the way, one of the channels I couldn't get into anymore, and I couldn't get Google to answer me, so I just downloaded the videos that I had on there and did a new channel for it. But anyway, I moved out of the old house. I'm no longer with Billy anymore. He left in April, and he's been in Wayne, Pennsylvania since April with a guy named Jason Sims. Apparently he met Jason through one of his friends from high school. Jason was his high school friend's friend, and I guess he said that he sent him a friend request, and that was it. So they'd actually been friends for almost 2 years, and I just found out about Jason probably November, December. So one of the things that I wanted to mention was, and it's one of the things that really got me curious about this, because whenever Billy was in the bedroom, I would go in the bedroom, get in bed, and he would get up and he'd go in the living room. Or vice versa. If he was in the living room, he'd go in the bedroom. If he was in the kitchen, he'd go in the bedroom or the living room. You know, he'd always go into a different room because he was on the phone with him every single night. And I didn't really know who it was until I found this guy on his friends list, someone new. But anyway, I'm not friends with Billy or this other guy either way. So Billy's actually blocked on Facebook, and I'm about to send an email to him and then block him through there too. But he is still up there. He left two rabbits down here for me to take care of, and then there's my dog, which I found a new home for her because I couldn't bring her with me where I'm at now. Because I'm on the west side of Charleston, and he doesn't allow dogs or cats down here. I moved in here. It was the second. It was the first September, or the first Saturday of August, 2017. And I spent the last 2 weeks going back and forth from the bus, pick up little things that I could carry on the bus, because the girl that was helping me move is in the hospital now. She has a pinched nerve or something, and she can't feel anything from her waist down, and she's in constant pain. So she can't help me move anymore. But I've got one more trip to go down there, and then I'm done. I'm not going back down there anymore. But everything else is here. I've got the plants. Almost all the plants I had, I sold, got rid of. I have like 30, maybe 40 plants left that I've got with me. The ones that were really expensive and were really hard to find are the ones I kept. I brought my computer down here, brought my laptop down here, got, of course, both the cameras. A lot of the stuff that he had bought me in the past, I sold. There was a big palm tree lamp. And then the stuff that I bought him the last 2 or 3 years, I sold it too. Because he didn't use it. He didn't even say thank you when I bought it for him. When I bought it for him, the last 3 cell phones he's had, 3 or 4 cell phones he's had, I bought for him. The last one was $250. There was one that was $129 before that, and then $169 before that. And then I think the other one he bought, which was, I think he had a Razr, one of those Motorola Razr phones through Intellis. But anyway, the last 3 phones I got to him, I had paid for myself. That Christmas of 2014, I think it was, I spent $450 on him. And he didn't say thank you or anything. I didn't get anything from him at all. Of course, I didn't expect to, because I haven't in the previous years. 2014 for Valentine's Day, I got him 2 bears, balloons, roses, red roses, box of chocolates. Again, not a thank you or nothing. And there was a Microsoft tablet I bought him, which was, I think, Windows 10. There was a Windows 7 tablet I bought him, which was a Samsung tablet, which I sold that to. I built 2 different computers for him, and he never used either one of them, so I ended up selling both of those. I think what else. There was a stand mixer. There was one of these little electric deep fryer things that you're supposed to be able to cook things in like half the time. It's like a pressure cooking deep fryer. And I got rid of that. He bought me a cotton candy machine, a popcorn machine, which is like the tabletop type things. It's got the big metal pot in it that heats up. I left those there. I didn't want those. And let me think. I mean, that's pretty much the story there. I sold all the plants. I sold the heaters for the greenhouse. I had 2 of those. I bought one as an extra. There's a new washer and dryer in the house, thanks to me. Because I mentioned to him about the washer and the parts and stuff it needed. He ignored me. So I ended up having to spend my money and buying two of them from Lowe's. One went and picked up the washer, and the other one was delivered, like a $50 delivery fee. But the cable's being turned off on the 1st of September. We have free internet here, so all we pay is we pay our rent. The guy that owns the place, he pays the utilities and everything else. The washer and dryer is downstairs. We have one of those. We're just like a 10-minute walk from the grocery store, from the bus stop, and everything else that's around here. But like I said, tomorrow's my last trip going down there. With some glad, because that's $250 to and from every time. Let me think. He really hasn't spoken to me a whole lot. I haven't talked to him on the phone at all since he left. He came back, and he left and came back 4 different times. The first time he left and came back, he was gone for, I think, a week. He came back for a week or 2 weeks, and he left again. He was gone for a few days. He came back, and then we got into a big fight. Because shortly after I found out about Jason, I took our old bed that we used to have, because he bought a new one, a queen size. I took the old bed and I put it in the basement and set it up, because the basement was like its own little apartment. I took it down there and I slept down there the whole time until I left. And then he got upset about it. He said, "Why are you down here?" I'm like, "What is the point in being upstairs? Because you ignore me anyway." He's on the phone with Jason the whole time that he's not working or he's at home. And he didn't want to do anything at the house. He's always said he was too tired. He didn't want to wash the dishes. Didn't want to do clothes. Didn't want to clean anything. Or he would say, "Well, if I can clean 1 inch and it still be dirty in a day." Well, you can't just clean one time and expect everything to stay clean forever. I mean, it's common sense. But he got a dishwasher and he wanted me to hook it up. I told him I wasn't going to do it. It's his house. He kept saying it was his house and he's going to do things the way he wants to. So I'm like, "Fine, you go right ahead. It's your house, you do it." I bought the weed eater here, so he can't cut the grass with it. I do plan on going sometime later on and getting a mower. Hopefully I can put it in a bag and bring it on a bus, bring it home with me. But he bought a dishwasher, and there's one night he was wanting to hook it up. We stayed up to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning working on that damn thing, and I'm like, "Can't this wait till tomorrow?" No. He wanted it done that night. And I had to get up 5 o'clock in the morning, so I only got 3 hours of sleep that night. He got pissed. He got pissed about that and said, "Well, you should be thankful you have a place to live," which is the only reason I stayed up and helped him do it. But back to the moving in the basement part. He came back the second time. He came down there and says, "Well, can't you find somewhere else to go? Don't you have someone you can stay with?" I'm like, "No." I said, "It's going to take me at least 2 or 3 paychecks to save up money to move out." And then he started talking about, well, things could have been different with us and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But he said, "Well, I think it's time that you need to find somewhere to go." So I started looking for places around here. Of course, none of them would allow pets. So that was pretty much out of the question. Every place I looked at was no pets, no pets, no pets. But finally gave in and came down here and looked at this place. And I said, "Well, it's a lot better than what I was staying in, because that house over there, the walls need to be put up in the dining room, and insulation, all that stuff needs to be put in. The ceiling needs to be done, and he's gone. I can't do it by myself." But he came back the third time, and me and him got into it. I mean, we got into it really bad. He brought this guy Jason to the house for 3 days, and I was asleep in the basement. And he came down there and says, "Well, why are you still here? I told you to leave." I said, "No, you didn't." And he's like, "Yes, I did. You ain't supposed to be here." I'm like, "Well," I said, "I can leave, but it's gonna take a while. I mean, I get paid $400 every 2 weeks. Well, it's like 428, 429, something like that. But anyway, I told him it's gonna take time. And then he comes down here later on the next day and says, "Oh, I'm sorry for everything I said. You can stay here as long as you need to, yada, yada, yada." And he leaves again. He's gone for another couple weeks. Then he comes back again around the first week of April and says, "Well, it's time for you to find somewhere else to go. You can't stay here anymore." I'm like, "Okay, and I'll do that." And then he takes off again to Wayne, Pennsylvania with this Jason Sims guy. And he's gone until today. I mean, he says that he doesn't have the money. He lost his job from Sears. Sears closed in April. He knew this a year ago before it happened. He had plenty of time to find a job. He's like, 2 months ago, he sends me a message. He says, "Well, you can stay there as long as you pay the bills and stuff." So the last 2.5 months, I paid, the water, the sewer, and the trash and stuff like that. And I got tired of it. Even with me being there by myself, he still has some control over me, and I didn't want that. So someone had messaged me on one of these dating sites. It's Plenty of Fish. And he lives here in Charleston too. Said he had a place for rent, that he needed a roommate. So I answered it, and I come down here and looked at the place a couple weeks later, and here we are today. But I got moved in here. I've been down here for about 2.5 weeks now, and I sleep so much better down here. I can go to sleep, and I won't wake up maybe one time, if that, down here, because you don't have the trains going by, you don't have the coal trucks going by, and all this noise and stuff all the time. It's so peaceful down here. We don't have cable, which is really not a big thing for me, because the only thing I watch on cable is like Travel Channel and Weather Channel, and that's it. But other than that, it's pretty nice here. I don't know. I'm just glad that this whole thing is over with. I'm done with his crap. There was times that he would leave. This was the last 2 or 3 years. He'd leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, come home at 12 o'clock at night. Well, still be morning though, but it'd be midnight, And I know he wasn't at work all day. And then after all this stuff with Jason come up, I kind of put 2 and 2 together and figured, okay, that's what's been going on. So, I mean, it's really not, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to let it go and let's not worry about it. Don't think about it. I'm tired of it. I'll be 40 years old in September. I ain't got time for this shit anymore. I really don't. But I will occasionally make videos and put them up here. I don't know how often there's going to be. The plant videos, I might not be doing as many of them as I have been, because I don't have but maybe 30 or 40 plants now out of the 300 and some I used to have. I kept the most ones I kept were the more expensive and the more rarer ones. So the rest of them I can replace later. I mean, that's no big deal. But work is fine. Everything's been going, smooth the last couple of weeks. I haven't had any issues with my roommate or anything. I have Netflix. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I do have that, so I get to watch stuff on Netflix during the night. Next week is the last week of August. My birthday is on Friday next week, so I'm taking next week off for vacation. I took last August off, and I'm taking this August off too for a week. But other than that, there hasn't really been any major issues or anything. When I told him, when he found out that I was moving, he says, "Well, you don't have to move. You can stay there and you can pay the bills and stuff still. You don't have to leave." I'm like, "No, I'm out of here. I'm done with this." I know I'm not the only one that's been through stuff like this before. This is really the first time I've been on my own in 16 16 and a half years. Well, I'm not really on my own because I got someone here with me, but I mean, it's like starting over all over again, being 17, moving out on your own for first time and renting your own place and paying your own bills. I mean, only it's not as scary this time. But yeah, that's what's going on. He's with Jason. He's I guess he's known him for like 2 years from what I gathered from him when me and him talked. But it's over with now. I'm on my own again. I can come and go from here when I please. I don't have to answer nobody. I ain't got to worry about, him saying, "Well, who you talking to? What you doing?" Because he used to He used to get mad at night whenever I stay up and talk to people online through Facebook Messenger or whatever. Some of the girls I went to school with, I'm friends with on Facebook. But that's pretty much it. I mean, if you guys want to know anything else, if I've forgotten to add anything else to it, just let me know. And I do have a new email now. So the other videos where I put my email, it's no longer zanezirkel@sunlink.net. It's zanezirkel77@gmail.com. So I'm going to put that in the description of this video below. So if you need to get a hold of me, because I've still got a few plants that some people might be interested in, like the Amorphophallus and the voodoo lilies and stuff like that. I do have to replace some of my starfish cactus and stuff like that though. And my Cereus peruvianus Cereus spiralis forbesi, which is the cactus that spins when it grows. That one I have to replace too. But that is the update. I will show you the new place here in a second. It's really nice, nicer than what I actually was living in. But there's like no furniture or anything in here. But anyway, I'm going to show you that. Okay. So, this here is the living room. And right there behind those doors is the parlor doors is the main front door. This is the front of the house. And then this would be the dining room right here. Of course, there's a gas log there for the fireplace, I think. Yeah. But and that is my Blu-ray player over there. I still have this Magic Jack thing too. I don't really use it that much other than to make calls. Because if I'm on hold for a long time, I don't want to use up all my minutes on the cell phone. But back here is my bedroom. And this is the kitchen. And right there is where you get to the front door. Stove, dishwasher. And then there's another door to the bedroom. And back here, like I said, is my bedroom. Where I was watching Netflix earlier. This air conditioner got to get fixed. I think it needs Freon or something in it because it's not putting out no cold air. And there's my computer that I had before. And this is that old bed I was telling you about that we used to have. This is one we moved into the house with. It's all, the box springs are all broken and the mattress has springs coming through the top of it. So I've got blankets on top and then the sheets and then everything else on that. These are my Nixie clocks. And I got this one over here too. This is the IN14 tube. But yeah, it's pretty much everything is over here now. This room is a lot bigger than the old bedroom was. And you got the bathroom. And this is his room. And there's like a little storage place in between the two. So yeah, this is the new place. And it is blurry. Okay. So anyway. Now this thing was a pain to get on the bus. These records on here are so freaking heavy. I didn't think they were like that, but we'll do that again. I'll take a cab next time. So yeah, this is what the place looks like. So the rent itself is only $4.50 a month, so it's not too bad, and it includes everything. We don't pay anything but rent. So other than that, everything's going fine. I mean, if you guys want to know anything, just let me know. Comment below or send me a message on Facebook. You just type in Zane Zirkle on Facebook and you'll find me on there. It's in Charleston, West Virginia. So if you guys want to know anything, just ask. I'll put my email address on here too, just in case. Adios.